do you think about Brock Purdy and with your throwing motion? I know it's different in your grip. Was there a coach ever that tried to change that and get you to do it like I guess he wanted, or he coached other guys?
No, I mean, I think the bottom line, again, was production. As long as it was successful, I'm not going to change what you do. I took that, that kind of point from a high school quarterback that I was watching that really spun it really well. So I thought, wow, that's cool. Let me try that. It didn't work quite as well for me. But no, nobody ever asked me to change that. In terms of Brock, I think Brock is playing really good quarterback. I would tell you that I think over the last year and a half, he's played the quarterback position as well, if not better, than anybody in the league. It looks different. Yep. I get it. I understand that it looks different than other guys. But Dan will attest to this. When you watch the tape and you see what they're asking him to do, you watch every play, you watch the concepts, he is making some really, really tough throws. He makes them look easy. He makes them look like, oh, everybody could do that. Everybody couldn't do that. You couldn't plug, even some of the better quarterbacks in our league, I don't think you're plugging them into this offense and you're getting some of the same throws. They might still make some plays around it, and they've got great players, but he's playing really, really good football, and he doesn't get credit for those things that, unless you're a quarterback, unless you know what's going on, he should get credit for. So I'm enjoying watching it.
Did you take some of that same flack? I know it's a lot bigger now, social media, everything, TV. Yeah. When you were running the greatest show on turf, Bennett, you had unbelievable Hall of Famers around you.
And play caller.
I would say that I think there was two things that were different. The first thing was the first year I came on the scene, I threw 40 touchdown passes. So nobody had ever done that except Dan Marino. But what I'm saying is I elevate, my game was way above other quarterbacks. So I got recognition for that because nobody else was doing it. Brock has been really good, but kind of in the same category as a lot of other good quarterbacks in the league. The other thing is when I was playing, everybody looked like me. Mm-hmm. Like every quarterback was a drop back quarterback, was a non-athletic quarterback.
He doesn't look like the freaks.
The more norm is the Lamar Jacksons and the Josh Allens and the Patrick Mahomes and the athletic quarterbacks. Yep. So now he's kind of the minority in terms of, not the big arm, more of a pocket passer. And so different eras, I think, they didn't look at me as, anything different, or they didn't knock me because I looked like the guys that were playing at that point in time. And so I think we can all understand when you look at it athletically, Brock Purdy doesn't measure up, athletically to these other guys, whether it's arm strength, whether it's size, whether it's athleticism. But to me, it's about what do you do in the position you're in and how do you play football with what they're asking you to do. And as I said, Brock's played that position for a year and a half as well as anybody in the league. Why can't we just credit him for that?
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, you sound.
Why don't you credit him, Dan?
I think part of it is because when people watch those
I'm happy
guys,
you just admitted that you were one of the haters.
Exactly.
About time. This is good.
I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do it.
You started it.
You started the whole thing.
I actually got confirmation it was somebody else.
Oh, where was
I think part of it is because when you watch those other guys play as a fan at home, they go, I can't do that. I feel like a lot of fans at home watch Brock playing back. I feel like I could throw that pass or do that. I have a question for you. So the way that I kind of look at it, Kurt, is this. Like when it comes to elite, franchise, whatever, when things aren't ideal around you, our left tackle's out for a couple weeks, our number one receiver's not going to play, our defense got 35 hung on them 3 weeks in a row. Like, can you play at a level where we do or have the chance to win games?
Right.
Or when things are ideal around you and you're in a good place, good play caller, good talent, do we win a ton of games?
Yeah.
I think Brock's firmly in that latter group. Where like things are around him, they win a ton of games.
Right.
I don't know if he'll ever get into that other group.
Hey,
I don't think
that's a good point, Dan.
But we don't know, and we don't have to know yet.
Sure.
I mean, I say it all the time. Tom Brady wasn't that guy until year 4, year 5. Ben Roethlisberger wasn't that guy until year 4 or year 5. This guy's in his first year and a half, and he's done exactly what he's supposed to do. I fully agree with you, is that those guys, those dudes, the franchise quarterbacks are the guys that can say, I can carry us with my right arm.
Right.
If we got to throw 40 times or if we have to be a throw-first team, I can carry us. Yeah, those are those guys. And when you have a pocket passer like myself, I had to have more things right around me or be able to do certain things in the pocket because it broke down. I couldn't run around and make a play where
we can't run, Kurt? You can't move?
You can move. Maybe
faster
than Dan. Maybe faster than Dan, but not very fast.
Most of the people here are.
But more things had to be right to be able to be that special player. Yeah. It doesn't mean you're not a special player, but more things have to be right when you're standing in the pocket and you got to throw it or you got to make a tight throw. But the thing to me with Brock is he's going to have his opportunity. There will come a time where he doesn't have all this talent around him, the ball's in his hands, and then he can write the narrative. Why do we got to write the narrative now?
Yeah.
Why do we have
We're
to
in the
say
middle of writing
you
the
are or
story.
you're not right now? It's a year and a half.
Let
He's
him
done
finish
nothing
his
but
story.
play good
Let him
football.
finish his story.
Yeah,
Let him
exactly.
finish his story.